Hey, yo, what's the deal? Miss your boy Tag from Pro Wrestling Tag. You know what I mean? As of this recording right now, it is 12:44 p.m., August 21st, 2025. You know what I mean? This is the second video of the day. You know what I'm saying? And I got some things that I need to take care of. So, I'm gonna drop a video quickly. Like I said, I'm on the lookout to see if there's news. If there is, great. You know what I mean? I don't think there's gonna be some news. You know what I mean? Like, I think the news today, this week, has been a little bit You know what I mean? It's been You know what I'm saying? But, no, there's been news about the Chris Jericho stuff and, WWE's deal with ESPN. You know what I mean? With WrestlePalooza happening the same time as AEW pay-per-view. Yeah, sorry about that. Going against AEW All Out. You know what I mean? On the same fucking day, September 20th. You know what I mean? And like I said, this is a big thing because, this is actually going to be the first program. Listen, they made history. This is historical. Like, WWE going to ESPN is, WWE is already mainstream. You know what I mean? But this just takes them to a much, much, much higher level, to the point where, they're gonna see, the mainstream like they have never seen before. Now, like this is a different level of mainstream. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, all these deals that WWE is doing, right, with Netflix and Peacock, which, by the way, now the Saturday night's main event is gonna go to Peacock. Now, instead of being on NBC, it's now going to be on Peacock. So this is basically compensation for them going to ESPN. You know what I mean? But all these deals that WWE is making with ESPN, Netflix, you know what I mean, and now with Paramount, for UFC. This basically is, and I guarantee you, I promise you, that there's gonna be someone under my comment section that don't like what I'm about to say. And I know some of these people seen the title, like, oh, how you gonna say they're slowly killing AEW? Because they are. They are slowly and surely killing AEW. You know what I'm saying? Because they're basically hurting their bottom line. Like they're doing everything in their power to take away the shine and the momentum that AEW has. AEW does not have any kind of momentum. They're basically like a fucking, they're like a, like a dead animal. WWE's just playing with it, And so, they're basically fucking up the carcass of AEW. And so, with these moves that they're doing, like I said, 2027 is going to be a very scary year for AEW. A very, very scary year. Because with everything that's going on, with the TV deal and stuff, right? The ratings suck. AEW is it's not a business that makes money. It's not. It clearly isn't. Last night's Dynamite was fucking horrendous. It was horrendous. It was bad to the point where, it was the worst Dynamite of the year. This shows that they have no creative. And this also shows that the Forbidden Door concept, like, that's done. That shit is finito. It's finished. The Forbidden Door, you need to keep that shit closed, man. But they're doing everything in their power to dictate, to control the industry. And they're doing a great job at that shit. Like they're basically playing chess while AEW's playing checkers. That's what's happening. That's clearly what's happening. And I know AEW actually put out a tweet about coming to the Prudential, to the Prudential Center in Newark, right? I think it's for Full Gear, right? And it's like, why the fuck you keep coming to these venues if you're not going to be sold out, man? You're not, B. You're definitely not. You know what I mean? And so, I don't know what's going to, I honestly do not know what's going to take place for AEW in 2027. I don't. I honestly don't. And like I said, WWE, with all these, like them going into the mainstream, forget about it. Forget about it. Like, nobody's even going to pay attention to AEW. And it's funny, speaking about ESPN, they actually took off the AEW section of their website. You know what I mean? Because they was covering pro wrestling. So now they had both WWE and AEW, but now they just took away AEW. Like, that doesn't even exist. You know what I mean? Because, they have a deal with WWE. So it's like, why bring the why even address the competition? It doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? So, like I said, they are killing AEW within. Like, they're doing it methodically. They are doing it methodically. And we don't know what else WWE has in store that is going to fuck up, the momentum of AEW. Like, Tony Khan brought this upon himself. Now, I mean, AEW brought this upon themselves. Even if, here's the thing, even if, even if, let's say hypothetically, what WWE is doing, it backfires, right? Let's say if it backfires, and let's say the momentum does go back to AEW side, which is not happening. Even if AEW has that, they're still going to manage to fuck it up. Now, I mean, they're going to manage it because, like I said, AEW that's not even a popular. It's not even a popular promotion. It's not popular. Like, nobody really cares for them. When we talk about professional wrestling in this industry, right? On the mainstream, which is what everyone wants to be in, it's always WWE. WWE is to pro wrestling what basketball is to the NBA, what football is to the NFL, what baseball is to Major League Baseball. You know what I mean? And to put this on ESPN, to put it on ESPN where it is beyond difficult to do. Like I said, it's historic. Now, I mean, no other wrestling promotion has ever done this. And we're talking about, and I'm not talking about the AWA or World Class Championship Wrestling. No. Remember, when they were on ESPN, and I think global, someone said global. When they were on ESPN, that was more taped shows. You know what I mean? This was on tape delay. You know what I mean? Not tape delay, but this, the shows were taped and shipped to ESPN. Like what they used to do with pool, and I miss pool on ESPN. I like watching pool, billiards and such, with bowling. Remember, ESPN2 had different kind of sports on there, right? But a lot of them were more taped. They were taped. I mean, they were taped. They were just like how Fox Sports New York was here in New York when it was Sports Channel, right? Where they show a lot of tape shows. And the only time that they had live content was with the locals, you know what I mean? With the New Jersey Devils, the New York Islanders, the Brooklyn Nets, you know what I mean? The New York Mets when they were on Fox Sports New York. You know what I mean? Before they made their own promotion, before they made their own channel, which is the Yes Network. But remember that before they went to MSG, you know what I mean? Because the Yes Network came in 2001, right? I believe it was 2001. And, because they left the New York, the Yankees left MSG to start the Yes Network in 2001. I think it was 2000 or 2001. I don't remember. I got to go back. And then the Mets wound up moving to MSG, and then they wound up making their own, their own channels. So, but going back to the point, because I don't want to lose track. Those promotions that was on ESPN never had live content. WWE will be the first wrestling promotion to have live content on ESPN. Now, I mean, that's historic. That is extremely historic. You know what I mean? And that puts them, we're talking about on levels above AEW in ways they will never see. You know what I'm saying? AEW will never, ever see those, see those mainstream dollars and that mainstream attention that you think they're going to want to do. So it doesn't matter what happens with Warner Bros. Discovery and such. AEW, as far as the product, is done. It's done. It's legit done. It's done. It's done. You know what I'm saying? And WWE will eventually take over the whole wrestling atmosphere. And there's going to be a monopoly. There is. You know what I mean? Like, you can't avoid it. You know what I mean? You legit can't avoid this shit. It's going to happen. WWE and TKO, they know what the fuck they're doing. They legit know, how to take over this fucking game. They do. They do. They really, really do. And you know what? AEW wish that they had they had the backing of a TKO. I mean, they wish they had the backing of a TKO. They really wish they did. You know what I mean? Because with deals being done and such, and the mainstream attention and everything else. This is what's happening, and WWE, mostly TKO. It's not only WWE, it's TKO. It's TKO. Like, they're giving a pounding to AEW in every aspect. Like I said, where the fuck is AEW going to go in 2027? See, the sickos are some of the most delusional motherfuckers you will ever meet in your entire fucking life. They are, because they're going to say, oh, this is the funniest shit ever. Why don't you tell me where the fuck they're going to go in 2027? Why don't you tell me what? You think they're going to go to Amazon? Then they're going to go to Amazon? Like, stupid. You need TV to promote your shit. You need TV to promote your shit. You know what I mean? So how the fuck is that going to work? How's that going to work? How's that going to work? I want to see what the fuck these sickos say. I'm dying to see this. Now, I mean, I'm about to be out. I'm coming with another video later tonight, or later today. So I'm going to holler at y'all. All right? Peace.